Hey everyone, how's it going? This is WildBoy789789, and I'm going to do a color mixing, color theory video. And you've stumbled upon the right one because I can make any color with these four colors. This one right here is just a white metallic, so if you get a good gray or brown or something, you can make silver, bronze, and gold with this. Pretty easy for your miniatures. I have 7 brushes. I'm not going to use them all right now, but I got these two from Citadel. These are layer brushes, a small and a medium. They kind of have fine points on them. They're really useful. This is a dry brush, a small dry brush. It's pretty big actually, so I don't know why you'd want a bigger one unless you were doing terrain. This is a very cheap, just huge old brush I got from Craft Smart. And I use this for a lot of base coating and like when I use my gesso or paint glue or something. This is a cheap tester's brush, but it's super duper small, if you can see that. I use it for like painting eyeballs and eyelashes, or not eyelashes, eyebrows and stuff. Really small stuff. And I just got this one. It's 3mm from Silvermones. It's a short angle brush. And so it's got an angle on the tip, so the tip you can use for fine detail, and you can use the flat side for like big parts like shoulder pads or chest pieces and stuff like that. So anyway, let's get started. I have this side with a wet paper towel, so it's like a wet palette, won't dry, and this side's dry. And the colors you're going to want to buy, if you're interested in metallic colors, it's called iridescent white. And I get my paints from Liquitex. Of course, you're going to want titanium white that's opaque, and most of your colors are transparent, which means if you paint them on black, you will see the black through them. You will not see the color, especially this yellow. But if you mix the white with the yellow, not too much to where it changes the color, but it will add the opaqueness and the yellow will become solid, if that makes sense. So I've done a lot of research on these, and the colors that I find best for mixing are Indian yellow, which is like a very strong orangish yellow. I have phthalo blue, green shade, and I have quinacridone crimson, which is a very purplish red. Okay? So the yellow first. Let's get a drop on here. Alright. Now, you notice this yellow is very sort of orangish. Let me get this better in the shot. But if you take it and like really thin it out, you see how bright and yellow that is? It turns quickly to like a, just like, pow, bright, bright yellow. And that's why I like it. It's very strong. Alright? So, we're going to take this blue, and this blue is crazy to my eyes. It's super blue. That's probably all we'll need, actually. I was going to grab more. Let's wash the brush. Especially with Indian yellow. It's such a strong yellow. I feel like it's a bright yellow, but it's just so concentrated that it looks like that orange color. I don't have a place to dry my brush, I just realized. Okay, so that blue, you see how strong that is? If you thin that out, you can get really, well, that's too watery there. You can get really bright, bright blue. And if we add a touch of yellow to that, actually, you're going to want to add a touch of blue to the yellow. It's very strong. So there's our yellow. It's the littlest nothing of blue. That's still a super dark green. Maybe a little more blue. You can get pretty good greens out of it. A little more blue. Alright? What I wanted to mention in the beginning is you will never find a perfect paint color. So there is no just solid blue or solid yellow or solid red. They always lean to a color. I should have said that in the beginning. So you think, yeah, of course, you know, blue and yellow makes green. Well, actually, they're different shades. Because I have a green tinted blue and a orange tinted yellow, it comes out with this green. If I have a greenish tinted yellow and a greenish tinted blue, you can get a stronger green, almost like a neon green. But this works well for nature, leaves. And of course, you can change this value with white and stuff like that. And I just find it to be a really good mix. I looked at a bunch of colors, and, you know, if you want to get away with a limited palette that has 3 colors and white, this is definitely your combination. Now this red here is going to scare you, alright? The crimson. Because when I saw it online, it looked very red. But when I opened it, it looks very sort of pinkish purple. And that is because the only pigment in here is actually violet. And that scared me. But if you want to turn it more of a reddish color, I found that just a touch of yellow will actually bring it out like a tomato red. And you can have your like blood red crimson color there if you just put that touch of yellow. People say you can't mix the red. Apparently orangish yellow has enough red in it to bring it out of this purplish red. So that's almost getting orange there. So let's go ahead and mix an orange, actually. There's going to be a ton of yellow. Ton of yellow. All my yellow. Makes pretty good orange. It can be somewhat muted, but I mean, that's orange to me. It's good orange. Maybe even more yellow. Let's do it while we're here. Up there in the corner is a little brighter. So you can really get a ton of colors with this. And now the trick here is purple. And with a orangish red, you will never, ever, ever get purple if you don't get a purplish red. You mix it with any blue, it turns gray, and it's disgusting. So the greenish blue, however, it doesn't have to be a purplish blue. The greenish blue will still make a good purple. So let's take a good bit of red and some blue. It's really like black dark there. There we go. Try and get it to show up on camera. It's going to have to be a little brighter for the camera. Like that color. You can make it darker, lighter. All sorts of values of purple here that are working really well. It's a little hard to see on the camera. I wonder if I hold it closer. You can kind of see the values of purple coming out of that. It looks super dark. Let's add white to it and see what that does. We're getting good purple. Make it a little darker. You just mess with it. Bluish purple, reddish. More white, less white. Lots of things you can do with the purple here. But you see how it's not turning gray right off the bat. Now I am going to clean my brush and I'm going to need more yellow. And here's the tricky part of color mixing, okay? we're going to make black, gray, and brown. And this is the easiest way I've understood it. So we're going to need some yellow. There's a solid piece in here. That's not good. I wasn't going to get messy today, but I'll pull it out with my fingers. Don't let those solid chunks rest in your paint. I already got paint on me, not even painting. Okay? So, ton of yellow. It's very bright, very weak sort of color. Where can I do this? Here. Okay? A good bit of red and a touch of blue should make black. Now, right off the bat, you're not going to get a perfect black. You can see it's kind of greenish. So we need more red. More red. More red. There we go. I've got red on me too. Jeez. It's going to be all over my fingers. That's alright. Never hurt no one. Alright. Let's add more red to that. It's a very greenish sort of thing here. More red, more red. Yellow. I guess blue. That's looking better. Trying to get a black. That's still a little on the greenish side for me. But basically, to get black, you mix all the colors together. It's not bad. If it's greenish, which is these two colors, you would think add red. But here at this point, I'm just going back and forth. That's not bad. That's not a terrible black. Okay? Now, here's the trick for grays and browns. Black on the bluish side I'll probably need more blue, but let's go ahead and try this, okay? If you add white, if you lighten it, you get gray. That's still a little greenish for me. I would add more blue if I had it here. But basically, black is not a color. Black is, even when you buy it professionally in a store, black is dark, dark anything. Dark green, dark yellow, dark blue, dark black, dark orange, dark purple. It's just a dark color is all it is. There is no black. So how to make brown out of black is to make it a very strong orange color. See if we can see the plate. I mean, if I just add a ton of yellow to that, and then some red, it's too much red even. You can see now we're going not to gray, but we're going to brown. More red? I think so. Let's give it a shot. More black, darken it up. And that was the big thing that was confusing me. How do you get a difference between brown and gray? And I can make that darker too. It's just going to take more black. And then you got to tone down the blue to make sure it's not going to the gray side. That's not a bad color there. See that? Very sort of brownish. If I could hold that up. So you add more black to that, you can make it much darker, but it's very much like a tree woodland brown already. So you can see with just these colors you can make black, gray, brown, good orange. That's more of a reddish orange. I could add more yellow to that. I got black all over my brush, so it's not going to work very good, but no, it's going to muddy it because I didn't clean it. Maybe make a light brown. But yeah, these colors right here, phthalo blue-green shade, quinacrylon crimson, Indian yellow, and titanium white, which is your basic white, can mix to any color very well. And the thing that was tricking me is if you just mix all three together, not in equal parts, because the blue is very strong, the red is like medium strength, and the yellow is very weak. You can mix a black with enough practice. And with that black, you can turn it towards the blue side, add blue to the black to make gray. And if you add orange to the black and make it towards the orange side, you will get brown. Well, now it's just a muddy mess here. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to come back, paint miniatures. Also, if you're going to get these values in here, I'm not going to touch it with the brush because I'm just making a mess now. But you see there's like bronze, maybe some gold in there. You could just use the yellow by itself almost. And this gray over here like a silver. If you mix that with the metallic, all it's going to do is brighten it a touch with the white, but add metallic pieces to that so it looks like metal. And of course you can change that to a dark silver for iron or a light silver for silver and make, you know, swords and stuff for your miniatures. But these colors are just great. I just realized I can't touch the mouse with this hand, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the video with my left hand here if I can. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out. I'll see you in the next one. I'm going to be live streaming paint miniatures here very shortly. I'll probably do some video gameplays before then.